Good day everyone. So today we'll be going through HTML, JavaScript. We'll be talking about HTML in relation to JavaScript. This is one of the lessons I'll be taking just on this channel. So, today, HTML, JavaScript. So JavaScript is a scripting language used to make a web page dynamic and more interactive. JS is commonly used for JS is commonly used for form validation, dynamic content, effects, and image manipulation. JavaScript in HTML. To use JS in HTML, you can either do one of the following. Use the script type, that code which is script type equals or parenthesis text slash JavaScript close parenthesis element with the type attribute specifying JS and put the scripting statement inside. So we can use that, and we can also use the SRC attribute of the script element that points out to another JS file. So we can use the first one, we can use the first method, and we can use the second method also. So now let's move down. Okay, so now let's move down to HTML document structure with JavaScript. Document structure, JavaScript. So this is the basic document structure for JavaScript. That's the basic document structure. Let me indicate it well. So this is the basic document structure for JavaScript. So, let me be using this to indicate it so you can see it well. This is the basic structure. So it will always have a script type, JavaScript, everything will be inside the script, or it will be inside another file which will be exported. So there's internal scripting and there's external scripting. External scripting is the one where we use scripts, and we now say the SRC is going to be equal to whatever the file name is. So we are going to get that over time. We're going to get that. So in most of the lessons where JavaScript is related, we're going to use the methods document.getElement by ID. So that's why I said, so you are going to use document.getElement by ID to select specific HTML elements and alert string to show a pop-up box that contains a string or a text. So we're basically doing an example now. So let me show you. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. Script type equals text JavaScript. So now this is a JavaScript code. Alert open brackets. I'm an alert box. So now let's look at the solution. Let's see what the result will be. So this is the code. I'm an alert box. So see the results. So I am an alert box. Okay, let's go back. So let's go into something else. Dynamic content example. So this is another JavaScript code. Okay, so body, there's a basic structure, HTML structure, HTML head, title. So body, everything. It has a p tag, it has p tag, button tag. So now inside the script there is a function inside function. So now the function, this is the function change content. So let's look at the output. Let's look at, so every time we click on this, every time I click on this now, it should change whatever is here. It should change whatever is here. Anytime I click here, it should change whatever is here. So let me click it now, so you can see that's changed. So that's what that code is doing. So that's JavaScript. JavaScript is very useful, very useful. So let's look at dynamic styles example. Hello world. Okay, this is the basic, this is the code. Hello world, that's p tag, button, so everything. So now all the JavaScript functions are inside. Document again, ID, everything. So this is the way you can style HTML code using JavaScript. You can just pick the ID and add style property, kind of. So let's look at the outputs. So now it's telling us that whenever we click that button, the style should change. It should add proper style to it. Okay, so let's click. So you can see everything has changed. Everything has changed. It has changed. It has changed. So let's move to something else. Hiding and showing example. Okay, before we move to the last one, hiding and showing example. So try it yourself. So this is the code saying div, there's a div tag inside, that's ID of sample, style, width, blah blah blah, width, height, div sample, style, width 200 pixels, height 200 pixels, background color gold, border 5 pixels, solid black. So that's the div. It has button to show, first button to show, second button to hide. So the first button now has on click. Okay, so on click is a property. It's a property. Okay, so like I said, on click is a property. So now it's telling us that whenever we click, it will run this function of show. Whenever we click the other one, to run this function of hide. So that's what this JavaScript code is doing. And so that's what this so that's what this JavaScript code is doing. So now let's check the outputs. So now let's click on show. It's showing now the everything that was done. All these elements, this div, because it's controlling the div. It's the div that is controlling if it is going to show it, because div has an ID of sample. So it's that ID that is inside the JavaScript. So and that's what we are controlling when we want to. Adjust when we click on those buttons. So and that's what this JavaScript code has been programmed to do. So now let's check the output. check the output. So it's showing now. Let's click on hide. So yeah, it has gone. You can see it has gone. So let's click on show back. Show. You can see it again. Hide. That's gone. So now let's move to something else. And we have the last one, dynamic image example. So this is just telling us that the last ones we have been doing is just they are just basic applications of JavaScript in HTML. So that's what they are. This one now, yes, this one is showing us dynamic images. This one is going to show us how you can make an image in HTML, static image, to look dynamic, to look like maybe something changed, or to make something change about it. So let's check it. Okay, so now we have a code, we have tag, an image tag, and a button tag also. So now in the script section now, the script section is going to change the src of the image when we click on that button. That's what it's going to do, because this is a function. So when we click on that button, the button is set to run that function. It's going to change the image part. So you can see it has done it. It has done it already. So the one that was there before, okay, it has its own image. When we now click on it, it changes the part. So it's JavaScript. It's the work of JavaScript. So that's it for HTML JavaScript. Thank you. That's it for HTML JavaScript. Thank you.